Hi there everybody, it's Rosie here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you so much for joining me today for another card making video. This video supports the Project Share Project blog hop that is running today. So our March hop is all about die cutting. So of course you can just click in the description and go over to the corresponding blog post and see everybody else's creations from there. So that's just the four of us. We share projects every Thursday and then once a month do our lovely little blog hop. So do check out what everyone else has made. So like I said, our theme is die cutting, so I absolutely love die cutting, so this was just going to be just nice for me to do today. It's just picking what dies to use really, so I wanted to throw as many as possible in there. So I've brought out some nice florals, so I'm going to use textured floral and the coordinating die set from those. Just going with the ones that match the stamped images, and also using sentiment from this set. But look at these beautiful bits of foliage and stuff that you can get in here as well, which can really embellish your card, especially if you're making something larger as well. So really nice set of dies there in the textured floral set. Okay, so that's our focal images. In the background here I've got another die cut rectangle, and that's from Radiating Stitches. And I realised to pick this up. This is, or at least was, a online exclusive. Now, I haven't actually checked to see whether this is still available, but of course you could replace that with any other rectangle die you've got, or even just cut one with a trimmer. And then my sentiment circle is from the Stylish Shapes. So this is a great basic set of dies to have, circle, squares and little banners. The other set that I would say is really nice to have in your arsenal is the Nested Essentials set, which looks like this. It's got this really nice unusual shape here, a sort of banner and this rounded rectangle. So we could use any number of these. Could reuse one of those in the background of this one, you know. So loads of dies that we can use in our card making. So let's get cracking with this one then. Done a little bit of the prep because obviously there is a lot of die cutting, hence the theme. So just wanted to do a little bit of it off the camera. We're just going to use plain white card base today, and I've already cut that Radiating Stitches die already, so that's ready to go. Just got a scrap of card here for some stamping, and then I've already stamped 3 sets of the leaves in soft seafoam ink, so there's 3 of those ready to go. So the colour combo I used on the sample card: Highland Heather, gorgeous grape, Granny Apple Green. There's some bubble bath in the background there, just to add a bit of texture. And the sentiment I stamped with basic grey. Okay, so just a bit of a different colour from black. Wanted it to sort of blend a little bit. I thought it would be a bit stark. And then I've embellished with these lovely little neutral sequins. Excuse me. Gonna do blue flowers this time round, so we're going to take Azure Afternoon for our main floral image. So this does have some distinctive elements in it, and depending on how wet the your ink pad is, you'll have a different effect. Okay, so Azure Afternoon is one of the newer colours, so that's got loads of ink in it. So I'll set that down. Looks lovely. Just getting those wiped off as I go. Excuse me. And then I'm going to bring in Blueberry Bushel. This was one of the returning colours. This used to be an in colour, and it's come back last year. Was it last year? Or was it the year before? Gosh, time passes so quickly. I can't believe it's already March. Right, so we're going to use that lovely dark blue as the contrast colour there. Wiping that off, and like I say, we've got soft sea foam for the foliage. Okay, and will this fit on here? Ooh, just about. Okay, so just need to select a colour for the sentiment, which I hadn't actually thought about ahead of time. So I'm thinking we probably, shall we go with brown and just make it those warmer shades. Let's go with early espresso. So early espresso and basic grey make great alternatives to black memento for stamping sentiments. Okay, so they're not nice and dark, but not quite black. Okay, so just does make a difference when you see them side by side. Okay, so hopefully we've got enough room to die cut that out. Yep, we have. Okay, so we just want some low tack tape or washi tape or something like that, which will help secure these dies into place. And then we'll put in these ones. I think this one might be a bit too, oh no, it'll fit. You don't want your dies to overlap, otherwise they will cut into each other and break. It's probably the only thing you can do that would really damage a die, is if they overlapped on the cutting machine. And we've got this one, which I think is going to be too close. It is, so we'll have to do these two first. I'll just reposition that tape now that I know that that one's in place, and it might help secure that one a little bit more. So we'll run this one through the die cut machine first. So obviously I've got a Stampin' Cut and Emboss, which is an excellent machine. Absolutely love using this. Comes with all the plates that you need to get you going, and it folds away. I'll bring across my mini. So I have both the mini and the larger machine, but these two platforms fold out, and it's exactly the same on the larger one. Okay, really nice, comfortable handle. Not dissimilar in size actually, it's just a bit wider. Really nice ergonomic handle. Again, just slightly bigger on the big one. But yeah, and you get all the plates that you need to get going. The cutting plates themselves are consumable items. But I find they last ages personally, and I do lots of die cutting. Those of you who watch regularly will know that. So that's those bits done, and then we just want to cut this one. Need a piece of tape. Let's grab this one. So I just use, I've got stacks of old washi tape that I use. There are low tack tapes that you can purchase. There aren't any in the Stampin' Up store, but there are others available. Okay, and then we'll pop that through the machine. Okay, so there we are. That's our blooms all cut out. If I just show you a little bit, so this is my bottom plate that I've been cutting into. So it ends up all sort of scratched and stuff. It does bend a little bit over time, but if you keep flipping the plates, they sort of bend back and forth and stuff, and you can keep using it and using it and using it. Okay. Right, so here's all our bits and pieces then. So this isn't going to take long to actually put together. Once you've done all the stamping and die cutting, it's really straightforward. This little piece, dear me, got a frog in my throat today. I am going to do a little bit of background stamping on. So there was Bubble Bath in the background on the original sample. I'm just going to bring in Lemon Lolly, a really nice light yellow. I'm just going to pop some of that around the edges here where it might show. Could go around with a brush as well if you wanted to. I'll do that loads, but I'm not going to do it today. So that just sort of puts something into the background that will peek out from behind the rest of the elements, okay? But I didn't want it to detract from the main feature, so that's why we just use a nice light colour. Okay, so I'm just going to grab some Stampin' Seal to pop this onto the card front, and we'll try and get this as centered as possible. Don't mind it being a bit higher up because we've got the other elements that are going to fill in the bottom, but I'm just trying to make sure it's even left and right and something like straight. Okay, and that looks like it will do. Alright, and then we can build up our other bits and pieces. So we're going to use loads of dimensionals now. Love dimensionals. Another way to add so much luxury to your card in a really simple way, just by using dimensional layers. So starting with sentiments, which isn't normal for me really, but I want to make sure that I can get this in overhanging there and just in that corner, okay, and then build around it. Okay, this element now, most of the time I would stamp this in green and use it as a foliage piece, but I figured as well it could be used as some additional petals, which is what I've gone for. So I'm just going to pop that together like that, just to give it another bit of something, and we'll pop some more dimensionals onto this element as well. Love Stampin' Up dimensionals. So now we can pop this in wherever we want it to be on the card here, hugging that sentiment. Okay, and then we can use our dimensionals again, but we're just going to pop these towards the base of these leaves. Peel those off. So those other dies that I showed you at the beginning, we could be adding some of that in the background to give it even more texture. But I'm not doing that today. There we go, that looks nice, going up the card like that. And then we'll slot one in underneath here, as far as it will go, and we'll fill that out by putting another one in here. So it's all layering on top of each other and building into a really lovely design. Okay, and then we just need to add our embellishments. So those lovely, we've got those neutral sequins, but I think what I might do this time is use some of these little silver pearls. And these are all little teeny tiny ones, so I can probably scatter a few more of those around like so, just to bring all that together, and that's it. Really nice and simple. So once you've done all your stamping and die cutting, it just goes together so easily. So here we are with our blue version, Azure Afternoon, Blueberry Bushel and Soft Sea Foam, some Lemon Lolly in the background and a early espresso sentiment. And this one uses Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green, a bit of Bubble Bath and Basic Grey. Okay, so just two really different colour combinations with the same layout, but both look really, really pretty. And that's it. I hope you've enjoyed that. Do stop by the blog and see what everybody else has made. And I'll see you soon. Alright, take care, stay safe. Bye.